I've said it before and I'll say it again. This Habs team has to be the most confusing hockey team I have ever seen. They go from losing a pretty bad game to the Sharks, who have lost 12 games in a row, to bringing it to overtime and having a very competitive game against the Oilers, who, with that win, have set a franchise record with 10 wins in a row. Make it make sense. Caulfield started off the scoring with a power play goal less than a minute into the game, making it 1-0, and it took all the way until the third for the Oilers to get on the board. As Draisaitl scored, it was a pretty fluky goal. Puck was sitting on Montembeault's skate, and it was kind of just tapped in by him. Was there goaltender interference by the other Oilers player? I forgot who was coming across. Before that goal, I don't know. Nobody knows what goaltender interference is. And if you think you do, you don't. The National Hockey League doesn't even know what goaltender interference is. They might have a written down rule, but it's called so arbitrarily. I just have given up on trying to figure out what goalie interference is. So, guess this isn't. Later on, in overtime, Bouchard would score the game-winning goal on the power play and giving the Oilers their 10th straight victory. So, yeah, they are certainly not the same Oilers that we saw at the beginning of the year. Now, shots on goal for this game. The Habs were outshot 41-24. Absolutely insane. They were 53% in the dot, 1 for 4 on the power play. They killed 4 out of the 5 Oilers power plays. Of course, the one they didn't kill was in overtime. They were out hit 15-10 and had 24 block shots. Or no, they out hit 15-10 and had 24 block shots to Edmonton's 10. Now, there are a lot of fans out there, online mostly, saying that players like Montembeault are stealing away a high draft pick, which I get their point, but these are also the same exact fans who say this team doesn't know how to draft. So do you want a high pick for them to ruin, or do you just... Nah, I don't even know. Sorry if you hear the plows going by. The weather's terrible here. Yeah, I don't understand these people. Like, I get that we want high draft picks, but at the same time, we want to see our current players succeeding. And winning, at least getting into overtime, builds their success and builds a winning culture that these young guys can build around. I would love the high draft pick, but this Habs team is not going to pick very high in this draft. They have come too far and are still too close to 500 to even consider that at this point. So just enjoy the ride, is all I have to say to that. Blessed be, go Habs go.